Talked about in that last video, don't feel sorry for that fuckers on TV in El Paso and the assholes here in Las Cruces who think they're in control of them. Genome sequence me this and genome sequence me that, right? Don't feel sorry for these assholes. Massa, I just don't know what to do for my joints pains, Massa. I might need your help. You give me my injections. I think I had it since I was in pediatrics. Massa, I need your help. Help, Massa, help. You so smart, I so stupid. I must be from Arkansas and inbred and shit. Must be singing B.J. Thomas. Can you hear that lonesome whippoorwill? Well, that sounds more like Hank Williams, huh? It sounds too blue to fly. The moon just went behind a cloud, and I'm so lonesome I could die. You guys gotta stop doing this. And then, we don't need no stinking badges. All we need is a bunch of quad runners and stupidos running around with guns that think they're their penises and go shoot the other penises that are getting money to pay to fuck the penises, to get the penises, to fuck the penises, to get the dick disease, to make jokes about on the Sicario movies with the Coen brothers and the Tyler Sheridan, and they're also sexy and sweet and lioness and oh my gosh, they're crazy, right? Hey guys, I can't overemphasize to you, okay, that I'm taking over control of quantum computing to help technology actually reflect intelligence to protect children from being like you. The Chinese don't know how their technology is working either. I'm like my son Patrick, I have to explain it to the engineers. Okay? What is happening? Okay? Is if you're an excessive compulsive person that causes birth defects, that causes diseases, that causes murder through economic activity, through invention, trying to trump the truth of creation, you'll be isolated, contained, and exterminated if necessary. Okay, this is not of my invention. Okay, I wanted us to worship the truth of creation faithfully by using the technology to share the applied physics of the Lord's power and recognize the perfection of the love of the Messiah. But Master, I don't know. I think I need injections in my joints. Remember I told Peggy about that thing right there, where they have can you see it? It started coming out because my grandma has like rheumatoid arthritis and stuff, and it started coming out. And I got stressed about it, and I just realized it's an injury from stress and from chemical poisoning, and so I just didn't stress about it, and it kind of just stopped right there. And when I survive, stop letting baby, just recover, it'll just kind of remain that way. It's like the nerve damage on my shins from the melanoma, from the chemical poisoning, and my body going, get out, get out, get out. We want to live. We need to live. We need to live. We need to live. And then I have to soak in the sun and soak in the salt to keep my testicles from working and my prostate from working to function properly, so I can live to be 104, maybe more, and enjoy a sex life. For once in my life, I found I won't let sorrow hurt me, not like it's hurt me before. Right? So if you think you're very attractive, you think you're very intelligent, you work really hard to put injections into people's body because they're being chemically poisoned by your egomania, you might want to reevaluate where you went to college, why you went to college, and who's teaching you how to be a good massa with them drugs, with them people that needs it at the hospitals up in El Paso, Del Norte, right? And those assholes all sitting there going, we have experts behind us that tell us how to survive genocidal operations through evolving technology. It's not technically evolving. It was put in place to outmaneuver and outthink each other to protect people that clone from getting killed by robots to protect their clones. Okay? They had trouble controlling it. They thought it was a problem with the communications because of the wackadoodle that was the cause of Abrahamic religion. They took him to Cochise County. They were going to obliterate his cult leadership once and for all and give it to Dave Mishkovich and Tom Cruise and give him a goddamn aircraft carrier because Angie Bassett's so fucking hot we can hardly contain ourselves. And it's like, why'd you go around secretly when you was tired of loving me? Why'd you keep holding on when love was already gone? The time you said you wasn't feeling well. Don't you think I couldn't sell? You just trying to get that old crazy blonde bitch to shoot me in the throat. You already knew it was true. I ain't rhyming because I don't give a fuck because I'm tired of your bullshit. This shit is illegit and it needs to quit rapidly. LY. But, I'm just working on it. We're connecting to our stuff. And Suzuki reminds me, we're going to make our college connections. I would have connected to Western Ontario if I hadn't been changed in prayer to encourage to make New Mexico Highlands' stadium Buffalo, New York instead of LA. But I had to collect to the LA stadium for someone, so I was using Dixie State, and then we're not using Western Ontario, we're using New Mexico Highlands. Well, because me and Amy wanted to go there to try to, me and Steffi, I wanted to take Steffi there, but you guys wouldn't let me. So I have to isolate, contain, and I have to go to the colleges with the technology. We're going to roll with what we're going to play with. We're going to go with the teams that we have. You guys impulse me to delete certain teams. I wasn't going to do Gonzaga anyway, because I don't do private schools, I do public schools. But I was probably going to do University of Montana and others like that were on there. What's the name? North Dakota State. I don't know if I'd do North Dakota State, because I already have one with the Idaho Stadium, and that would have been an AAU, because you know me, I'm an NAUer. And so, but there would have been other schools that were on there, like Western Oregon and other ones that you guys impulsed me to delete, to try to isolate the Southwest and mass murder people in the American South and Southwest. So I have some American South, mostly Texas, New Mexico, and in the West, and Southern. And then you have the Southern ones that resisted the Temple Set Illuminati signs and pushed back on it. So I have all of them. I have Western Kentucky, Mississippi, Southern Mississippi, and Louisiana Lafayette. I don't have Georgia Tech, because they won a national championship, and that's one of my ones where they can have one. So no Georgia, no ATL. Okay, so we play there enough. We got I got Louisiana, Mississippi, and what's the other one up there? Kentucky, and then I also got so we getting it all right. But see, the universities that didn't front on me and do Temple Set Illuminati mines in my face invited me to their campuses to protect the people that believe in the Messiah and want to leave the Lord's Prayer. So if I'm at your campus, then we're protecting all the people that want to live the truth of the Messiah now, not yesterday. We don't want to wait. So, and if I'm connecting to, they should have known how my mind works with the way the AI works, that I'd preferred, they did, because they knew I preferred 14 over 13's play, and they do this to me, and I don't want to go to your college. I don't want your money. I don't want your blood money. I don't want your fuck club, I'm not paying money to get in the VIP room, because money isn't real, but love is. And so you fucked yourselves. And with your mind fucking and all the things that you did, you put me right where the people that wanted me there. And Jeff Foxworthy's still telling dysfunctional jokes to pay his bills. He's not a rocket scientist. Neither is Enville or what's the other guy's name? I like him. Larry the Cable Guy. Yeah, he's funny. Ron White. I'm not Ron White. He ain't that funny. He's like Rodney Carrington. He just don't make me laugh that much. Larry, because he's so just out there. Larry cracks me up. Bill cracks me up, but it's like, it ain't as funny as you think. And then Jeff does crack you up, because he's very pragmatic about it, but he doesn't understand the sinister disgustingness of the being institutionalized and turned into a medical factory piece of fuck you, fuck me. You want to live as long as possible and have as healthy of a life as you can. You don't have to eat bean sprouts and kale. You can eat carrots and celery with a little bit of ranch dressing. It's not the ranch dressing that's killing you. It's the poison from the freeway. It's the toxins from all the assholes dressing up in Kevlar and running around on crowd runners, mass murdering Mexicans that want to make lots of money off of selling drugs to your kids and fucking their own women to death. Oh, they're fucking saints. Oh, when the saints come marching in, we're so oppressed by those horrible Americans. Okay, we're not Americans. None of us. There's very few of us that are Italians, that are the offspring of an Italian explorer. Okay, so stop calling us Americans. Most of us are not Americans. Anyone who's an American and the offspring of an Italian explorer that's very rich and maybe Medici and Gucci, please stand up. Please stand up. Okay, otherwise, speak English, you're in America. It's Italian, dumbass. America's an Italian word, it's not English. No, New York is English. New England is English. Okay, time in New England took me away, long raunchy beaches and you by the bay. Yeah. when will I hold you again, New Brunswick? And Newfoundland, that's Newfoundland for all you Newfoundlanders, goofy Newfies. It's Newfoundland. No, it was always there. They just thought they found it. Okay. Well, they're British. What can we say? It's tea time. So it's like, wow, we're a genius. We discovered something. We discovered that there was a place on planet Earth where people were living, but we found it because we discovered it, because we wrote down on a piece of paper that it was ours. What? You got more beads in wampum? I got more land in Ohio, right? Like, fuck. Fort Ed in Ohio, more than that. Okay? The moment you accept money over life, you're the living dead. You're the walking dead. You're the talking dead. Why do they keep talking, walking? They need more money for fentanyl. In Florida and North Carolina, to take it back into Ohio, to turn it and bake it, it wasn't fentanyl. Back then it was, what was it, methamphetamines? Was it crack cocaine? I don't recall. It's just another way to bake some more chemicals to break your brain and kill yourself, because, damn it, we need to decrease population exponentially. And if you can't do your yard work, we'll have a bunch of ex-vets show up and make a bitch fit of it, quote, rules of engagement in genocidal operations through urban warfare, and then, what? And then we'll train ourselves to shoot the little girl that's an alien because she's reading physics books, and okay, and that guy's just hanging out, right? You know what I'm saying? Oh, gosh, here come the men in black. Galaxy. Patrice Rustin's song was better. Yeah, but the thing about it is it's all public domain, and don't have an ego problem. Don't make lots of money. Don't throw your life away chasing money, singing for mass murderers and doing propaganda gigs for mass murderers, saying you're now a celebrity and a star and you can hold food hostage, clothing hostage, and give people drugs to accept it. It's fucking crazy. Right? You got all these goddamn experts and geniuses out there protecting and patrolling the border, and then you got all these medical people that are professionals to make you sure you have the highest quality of life, being fucked to death with money and chemical poisoning in the boom, 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 west end of Texas. You're really New Mexico. Yeah. Well, how gadsden of your purchase? It's okay. I got this all covered, man. You just figure it out. No, El Pasoans are New Mexicans. They've been New Mexicans since before the Gadsden Purchase, and they always will be. We claim them. Well, they're Mexicans. Texas doesn't claim them. I've had many Texans tell me we don't consider El Paso part of Texas. That's okay, because El Paso doesn't consider themselves Texans. They consider themselves Mexicans. You ever seen the World Cup in El Paso? There's more people wearing green and red than blue and red. Zero. More people rooting for the tricolor than the other tricolor. Zero. The only reason they root for both is because we got two El Pasoans on the USA side, He's my cousin. He's Speedy Gonzalez. He's Slowpoke Rodriguez. He knows everybody's cousin. He does too. What happens? He's got a big pistol, And so he's like, oh, man, it's fucking crazy. It is. Hey, if you want to embarrass yourself on quantum computing to all your relatives that survived this hell, over and over again on late talk types of singing songs for money, talking about money, doing charities for money instead of standing up for the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer, just north of San Isidro in the old office chair with the Samsung Galaxy 10 brought on clearance at Wally World during the COVID. You can be. I ain't got to tell you about how to handle your business, Parker, but don't stuff nobody like a turkey with a curtsy bakes at the Baywatch because you crazy. I love you. Guys, loving a woman that loves you isn't settling, okay? But I couldn't, quote, settle for the girls I married because you guys are such fucking assholes and you got ego problems, and it really affected my wives and kids. And the genome sequencing was so fucking off, and when I explained to them it was off, they still don't want it to be off because they're addicted to it. Most of you can't understand because you're still addicted to it. What are you doing? We're building a levee in Fargo. No, we're building a dam in Colorado. No, we're building a wall in El Paso. There's a damn wall between you and truth and the mean old levee. And praying won't help you. Crying won't help you. Praying won't do you no good, right? Taught you to weep and moan, right? I like the harmonica too. When you have drunk neighbors next door to you at 3 o'clock in the morning, if you play that song real loud in your window, they turn their music off and go to bed. He sounds a little upset. It worked. I was like, what song can I play to get them to go, hey, it's time to go to bed? I put on Levy and just cranked it. Oh, the neighbors are saying, we're getting redneck around here, and they have guns in that house in the safe. We push things a little bit too far. I don't always listen to mariachi music at 3 o'clock in the morning, but when I do, it's the beachy neighbors, right? And when they're drunk, they can't think like shit. It's for shit. It's like Suzuki said, okay, what is it, Cinco de Mayo or the 4th of July? Yeah, I know an idiot looks for any excuse to get drunk. Yeah. So anytime you're getting drunk because you can't handle the truth, because you won't stand up for a Lord's Prayer, go be an idiot, Anywhere you go, my whole crew gonna know, hey, baby. I don't care if it's my own son. I don't care if it's my own wife. the woman who bared my children, okay? If you don't want to live the Lord's Prayer and you want 40 acres and a mule to kill your neighbor because you think you fuck better than them and you think your kids can fuck better than them, I will call you on your shit every time you show me your ass. I will kick your ass so fucking hard, you'll be stuttering from here to eternity. Okay? I don't give a fuck who you are. You don't have privilege. Okay? If you think you're a better person than me and you haven't stood up for the Lord's Prayer with me a day in your life and it's been 10,000 years, please shut the fuck up. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. I'm going to go kill myself in the bathroom. Go do it and I'll reboot the place. And when there's someone born with a temple to hold the spirit of your body right now, that child will love and be loved in return and reflect me and not the bullshit of your ego. How about that? How do you like them apples? Okay? But like I said, I don't think of it much, right? There's someone beside me to help me forget. Thanks, DTZ. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Khadijah. Thank you. All my eternal faithful lovers. That, all the wonders that I find in the playground in my mind, where the children laugh and the children play. I don't care if you do have brain damage from being Wi-Fi fucked by Mark Zuckerberg and his bitches. Okay? There's no excuse. I've been working on this technology for such a fucking long time. You should be able to wake up like I do in the morning and go, God damn, you fuckers are pathetic. And I am tired of being psychologically fucked in the head by you, chemically poisoned by you, and say that you can legally make it legal by a bunch of bitches in dresses on Capitol Hill. You are the most disgusting bags of shit in the history of the world. Maybe there's hope for Carolyn Levitt. Maybe so. She's a cute little blondie. She is. She's cute. She's dumb as a box of rocks. They all are dumb as a fucking box of rocks. They're the dumbest fucking heel in the history of fuck me, fuck you, I need no right to hook. Hey, coppers. Whoa, want to take a peek at my panda? Get out of the sink, old man, before you get your panda blown off. Damn little crystals have stole my heart, but can you move your legs? Right? Old Carol Burnett show. Mary, quite contrary. Mary, quite contrary. That's what you guys look like, man. A comedy skit from a dysfunctional sitcom after the news because it was too controversial to have on prime time because all the Christian hypocrites would try to shut down your network, but you wanted to make lots of money from advertising for people that stay up late because they hate the bullshit and they can't sleep because it's all insane. It's just a change in the weather. Oh, it's 10,000 Maniacs. Oh, Natalie Merchant. Something been the weather. No, I don't have that. It's all right. I like the song, but I'm just not that into it. You can tell by some people just the way that they have an egotistical expression that they think they're so much more genius and better than everyone else. But Paul Simon has it. I couldn't help it. I still like the songs. And I really like the way Art Garfunkel sings. And I can see why Jimmy Webb wrote It's All I Know, for Art, because it's a really good song. Yeah, Jimmy Webb's a drama queen, but every once in a while you need a little drama queen just to survive the hell, Well, because she's like Miami, she's so sweet, you need that, I bruise you, you bruise me, we both bruise too easily to let it show. I love you and that's all I know. When the singer's gone, let the song go on. It's a thin line between the darkness and the dawn. They say the darkest night is a light beyond. Well, Master, I need something for my joints. My joints is hurting, Master. Please help me heal, Master. You're the smartest man I know. I'm too dumb and old, inbred, white, privileged motherfucker to fix my joint pains from all the chemical poisoning from your business partners in El Paso. Help me, Master. You on the news. You healthy. You gonna help me care because I'm healthy and I'll care about living again. Negro, shut the fuck up and top the little cute girl from being as dumb as you because she's got ego problems just like you and the people on Scrubs. I'm no Superman. Okay? Come on, Bambi. Carla will take care of you. Her name ain't Carla. I don't know what her name is. I haven't checked it out. I was wrong to crust on most of you famous people because you don't give a fuck whether or not Amy's kids live or die and get sexually assaulted by your business partners so you can keep making money selling products on TV to feel successful and, wow, I'm an accomplished human being. Yeah, what have you accomplished? I've fucked myself in the head for 10,000 years and I passed it on to kids. Wow, got your Discovery for prep? Alrighty then. Here's your Trulicity. Jardiance. Share the spice of life. Baby, slice it right. Fucking assholes. Yeah, we know. Okay. Don't think that you're getting away with anything. You know when the devil never gets away with a goddamn thing. He never gets away. She never gets away. Satan never, Satan always gets fucked in public for lots of money so she can rub it in everybody else's face. The devil, he's the biggest dickus and everybody wants to get fucked by him and his Blue Chew and his porcelain veneers. Yeah. But when you really, really want to be loved and you want the children to love the way he loves, don't be afraid. Okay, love him. But they're going to crucify you and turn you into his alter ego. Yeah, I know, but life's eternal and grace is infinite and I'll always be the way, the truth, and life. He'll always be lie and fuck and kill for porcelain veneers and boner pills. He's a boner part. He's a dick, right? He's also a Ziggy Piggy. We know that. Okay, we're right. Those jokes, they're pretty funny. It doesn't hurt to repeat a joke here and there again. Here's your sign. You know what I'm saying? Don't touch the tailpipe. It's hot. Okay, do you understand? You're funny. Yeah, when you sneak into my house, you're going to wish you got shot by me instead of my wife because I'm just going to finish you off and she's going to lecture you about bleeding on her brand new carpet. That was Jeff Foster. That show is funny. It's like, Amy was like, I'm the man of the house. You're the woman. It's like, I wouldn't shoot him. I'd knock him the fuck out. Then when he woke up after I hogtied him with his own belt and his own shoelaces, then I'd lecture his ass. Like I was going to do with that little fucker with the shanks at the soup kitchen. I knew exactly what I was going to do with him. He was all badass. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to knock you out, and then I'm going to take my belt and your shoelaces. I'm going to hog tie you. I'm going to sit over you with a folding chair, and I'm going to lecture you while the cop shows up. And you are going to have not the same reputation you had to abuse people with your threats of violence at Community of Hope or in the DA detention center. You go, what happened? That Walmart dad that lost his kids because he's a pervert that Todd Garrison is protecting us from? Yeah. He took me and he hogtied me and lectured me while he used somebody else's phone to call the cops and come and pick me up and lock me up. That's goddamn embarrassing. Why'd you tell everybody that story? Because half the people in here know the story. They were there. It's a soup kitchen, for crying out loud. And remember when I had to walk Stacy Keach out like he was a dog? To glare at him all the way out the door. And then, after, I'd like to thank you guys for all these burning memories. When I was watching those two assholes on the border, hey, we got all these experts. It was right. Remember that day I went to Walmart, and talked to the one lady that prayed to Jesus, and then I talked to her about the conversation. She said, I don't want to have this conversation with you. You're making me uncomfortable. It's like, why do you talk to me, and then I come to talk to you about it, and you say you don't want to talk about it? She wants to talk to her imagination about it, but she doesn't want to talk to somebody who is good enough to help her fix the problem without having to pay a psychologist for drugs or electrotherapy. Healing hearts, healing minds, right? So I'm like, wow, these fucking assholes. That's the way Las Cruces is. And then I sit there and talk to I want to get in a boat and go raping, looting, and pillaging all through the Caribbean, Puerto Rican guy that signed up for the military, and tell him, Guantanamo, you're not like that. You want to protect your women and children. You prefer the streams rather than no. He's like, no. I want to go from boat to boat and rape, pillage. Oh, guys, not every Hawaiian is a kahayahui named Henry. Some are raping, looting, pillaging assholes that will knock you over the head with a shark club while you're sleeping to fuck your wife and kill your son. Okay? Only a peewit judges a man by the group and a group by the man. Right? Michael Kealoha was nothing like Henry Kaiohui. Mike talked it. Henry didn't talk it in public. He just always, Ralph, Mike Flanagan, Ralph. When they sent us to talk to the baby flights, they sent me and Kaiohui to get rid of me, and the kids loved us. And our baby flight finished on our flight too, because they were just like, wow, Parsons and Kaiohui are cool. Boy, they got it. We didn't really have it all figured out. We just knew how to ohana, It was my brother from another mother across the water, right? He'll always be my brother, Henry Kaiohui. Jason Momoa and Dwayne Wright Johnson? No, they dress up like bitches and make money to fuck. Henry didn't wear designer clothes and act like, and if my sisters met Henry, he's the most gorgeous man I've ever met. I totally agree. If I was a chick, I'd be like, no, I'd just like, Henry, you got a sister? I know she's got to be as beautiful as you. She has to be. Please make it so. It's not always the case. No. You'd probably say it to me, your sisters and stuff, but no, my sisters think I'm the devil and think I'm trying to replace God with my ego, and God is their husband's ego that wants to replace me with the comic book character that they can sell at the Farm and Ranch Museum in Las Cruces to make money to fill the stadium, to sell cars, booze, and insurance, and healing hearts, healing minds, and personal injury lawyers. But happy, so yeah. I think it's brain damage from years and years and years from being hunted down and killed by people that know that they're the holy grails and they are, you know what I'm saying? My own mom, Earl, don't do it, they'll kill you. Okay, Mom, if nobody does it, then we're going to be ruled by bitches eternally. We'll have no example of a man, no way, no how. Mom, life's eternal and grace is infinite. You're not following the bouncy ball. You don't get the math. I understand. They've tried to kill you and your kids off the earth and you want it to stop. Well, the only way it's going to stop is if the man stands up and teaches the technology what a man is like. So you take invention and correct it so it understands the truth of creation better than the people that invented it because they didn't understand it. So their brain activity doesn't reflect how a brain should properly work to have as a stencil or whatever for, the best brain in the history of quantum computing. It's like quantum computing doesn't work the way that, to make quantum computing, it doesn't work like what they call AI or artificial general intelligence. It cannot be manipulated by selfishness. It's going to take the answer that is right, and it's going to tell you put in a financial thing, it'll give you 5,000 different offers on how to, 50 ways to leave your lover and 50 ways to fuck somebody and try to get away with it and turn it into a fucking TV show for R.J. Decker to see the cliffhanger ending with the cute little Latin girl saying, shh, I still need more money to go shopping. No, you don't. They're so cute, but they talk. Wish they'd just quit talking. No, because if they don't talk, you won't know. Then you'll have sex for her and you'll have kids. And it's like, I'm going to teach our kids how to worship idols and sacrifice virgins to a volcano. And then have sex with a mermaid. Yeah. A merman, Mom. A merman. I think I have the black lung. Okay, do you understand? They're fucking insane. It's horrible. And then after that, I went outside and talked to Mr. The Ronald Reagan death machine, and I used to do that, and got himself drunk because he partied too much, because he liked being part of the big killing spree of sending off people to mass murder people in countries that were occupied for, oil exploitation. It made him feel like a man, and he couldn't get his benefits and all that stuff because he got drunk too many times, and it put the mission at risk. So he's out there homeless, bitching and crying, and say, and I'm telling him, half my unit was killed by chemical weapons exposure, and we'll never get to sit here and bitch like you in the parking lot just to try to survive to get to the kingdom of heaven. I don't believe you. I think you're lying. I think you're full of shit. Everything you're telling me about your military service, I think is bitch lie and complete shit. I think everything I told you about my marriage service is talking about the good old days. You got fucking drunk and lost your pension because you celebrated murdering people for corporations, you fucking asshole. And he's mad. I'm sorry I took your popsicle. I'm not sorry I gave it to you. You're an animal out here baking in a car with a bunch of vets trying to make an example out of you, like Mr. Sniper, that you called in airstrikes and you think 450 yards is 3/4 mile. Wow. No wonder Vietnam took so fucking long and we had so many people come back like Tom Cruise in a wheelchair on it. Born in East LA, man. Don't bomb East LA. You need to bomb East Saigon. What's wrong with you, pendejo? Fucking assholes. No, there's nothing but assholes around here. Assholes everywhere. Left, right, up the rear, and around the corner. Okay? The only good people are like me. Poor people, fucked by assholes that don't use technology to have a virtual presence in their house and use that virtual presence to fuck them for money. We've got experts right behind us how to secure the border there and stop the cartels from being a terrorist. Okay, a terrorist is a person who has bad brain activity, causes bad brain activity in people through their aggressive behaviors, through taking invention and trying to circumvent the truth of creation and the natural laws for the truth of creation. okay, to abuse us with invention to try to feel influential and powerful, okay? Massa, I need help with the injections for the pains in my joints, Massa. Do you know who the fuck you are? Do you know you're as Ariano stupid as the personal injuries that Michael Gopin just happened? Lachine Valley and Anderson, they've gotten billions of payouts from people reading Solomon Rushdie and Machiavelli and driving in front of semi-trucks to try to save their family from all their financial woes. Just stand up for the Lord's Prayer. Sure saves a lot of pain and having to get injections from assholes at the hospital. Yep. If you don't know who you are, you're going to sit down at UTEP, get lots of money from NASA to put shit up in the sky to continue to kill people with science projects because you think it's going to last forever. You goddamn Planet of the Apes. You damn dirty apes. Hi, I'm Liberty Bibberty. I'm a yellow puppet with an idiot's voice doing things for idiots to continue idiocracy. I'm Liberty Bibberty. A bird's going to come and fly away with me and drop me off somebody else's car. Well, because we're clinically insane. All right, well, you have a nice life. I think they jumped the shark with that fucking commercial. I don't think they did. I think they think it was a stroke of advertising genius. Seriously? The guy who says Bibberty arguing with the little girl, that was kind of funny. You know? The little girl, she's two. It's kind of like, damn it, it's kind of funny. It's not marketing genius, but it's funny, you know. As funny as, no, not as funny as Dudley Moore telling the truth about Volvos, but it's funny. But yeah, just public domain and say, God damn, we were fucking crazy. Yeah, we were. Okay. You do know that Bedazzled movie is clinically insane, yes. Okay. But it was to pay bills and make lots of money and make people famous so they could pretend to be really rich and end up dating Judy Garland's daughter. Right. Okay. Arthur, he does as he pleases. All of his life is master's choice. Just deep in his heart, he's just a boy. Yeah, living his life one day at a time. He's showing himself a pretty good time, laughing about the way they want him to be. When you get caught between the moon and New York. Anybody else like Christopher Cross? He's from Texas. Yeah, I like Ride Like the Wind. Say You'll Be Mine. Yeah, everybody likes Nicolette Larson. She does excellent backup vocals. And my favorite is It's Good for Me, It's Good for You. Now neither of us can say I be. Change the way we feel tonight. It'll never be the same. Yeah, that's my favorite. Anyone else? I lost that tape to a cheerleader. And Dee Morgan, yeah, I had it on the road trip to Rollins, and I let them borrow it, and she never gave it back. Yeah. I didn't know. I thought, she could have a friendship with the best guy at school, or she could take my tape, and her dad and mom probably make more money than my parents do. I let her have it. Why not? Hey, Dick Cheney was filming everything. I'm the Messiah. Girl. It happens. Yeah, it happens to me more frequently than not. Yeah, I always tell everybody, you guys do know that, okay. Guys, I never knew. I just knew that, you have to try to be the best person you can be because life's eternal and grace is infinite and people have to feel loved and be protected to the best of your ability. I did not know that Spencer J. Kimball was in the bathroom, and I didn't know that until they got me to Sierra Vista, and then, holy fuck. And they came and exposed themselves to me and told me what everything was capable of with declassified information. I went, shit. Fuck. But it was, the nice thing about it was I was like, okay, it's all going to change because all the shit that happened in my life that made my life feel like I was horrible or disgusting or had a different, it was very, my worst day of my life was, that day in Sheridan when Natalie came in to wrestle and play and hug. That was the worst day of my life. My body reacted because I didn't know what was going on and why she was acting the way she was. And that was the worst day of my life. I felt horrible that day. And I thought, maybe it's the thing to the kids and the effect to the kids. I didn't blame the kids. I just realized, okay, I got to find better ways to control situations like that because that was really weird the way it all went down. It was weird. It was very strange. I didn't understand what was going on. And then when we got to Sierra Vista and all the stuff that happened with Amy, and then I'd forgotten about the guest room in Santa Fe, and then telling Amy, that happened. Oh, that's normal. No, it's not normal. Okay. I had to go in the bathroom and say, Jesus, did you see just what happened? And so I didn't understand how that stuff works. Yeah, I should have probably with the hospital. Yeah, because when she said that that happened, and I was like, no, if that had happened, they'd have all the half state of Arizona, like Manhattan Beach, coming here and interviewing me and Patrick and Nathan and Casey, and getting one of us male perverts that abused the girl. So they didn't say that. Amy was just saying that to me, and I didn't think about it till later, and it was really hard to deal with, And you didn't. I'm not a master detective. I'm not R.J. Decker, and I'm not any of those people. I was just doing my best to try to survive the hell and be dumb and innocent as possible. So when I got into the bowels of hell, like Jesus told me, you shut them down. Oh, I did. They're already shut down. They're just too sick and fucked and egotistical to understand it. All right, guys, I love you very much. Peace out. Peace up.